Everybody, and welcome to a market walk for the Folksy Spring Market. We're really delighted to have 4 of our stall holders here for you today to meet. We have got Claire. Hi Claire. We've got Sue from SueVMPhotography. We've got Louise Crookenden-Johnson, and we've got Teresa from Shirley Rainbow. So this is an opportunity for us to talk to them, for you to see more about what they're making, see their products that they've got on their stalls this weekend, and hear a little bit about things that they've got that are new, special offers, and just hear from them in person. It's the idea of kind of having that opportunity that you would have at a real market to go around and talk to the stall holders. So it's a way of kind of us introducing that. So we're going to talk to them one by one, and we're going to start with Teresa from Shirley Rainbow. I'm just going to swipe everybody out with some magic buttons. Hi Teresa, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you. Are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Look at matching.
I know, aren't we clever?
Spring market colours. Spring.
Yeah.
Can you introduce yourself to people who don't already know you?
Yeah, of course. My name's Teresa and I run an online shop with Folksy called Shirley Rainbow. And I make felts, mostly felts, but a lot of hand embroidered home decorations and lavender bags and lots of things with cheeky characters and little smiles and little embellished details with sequins and beads and things. So I have a lot of fun making it.
It's very happy work.
It is very happy, very cheerful, lots of bright colours and a little bit of sparkle as well, just for added glitz.
It's gorgeous. It always makes me smile, all your work.
Thank you.
And have you got something that's new, brand new for the market?
I have. I've been working on it's a very small new collection. It's inspired by my lavender bags, which are really popular. But I know that lavender is not for everybody, and I thought that it'd be quite fun to make some decorations to hang in children's bedrooms.
Oh, they're so lovely.
And if they behave, you'll be able to see that there's a little crab at the top. So he's got sparkly beads. Oh, if I can get him to go the right way. There's a fish and one of my jellyfish at the bottom as well, which has got some jazzy tentacles.
Yeah, rick-rack tentacles.
Yeah.
Love that. I love the scales on the fish. They're so sweet.
I know, they came together really well. I don't know how, sometimes when you're just making something, everything just falls right. That little fish just kind of worked perfectly first time round.
I love that. That's such a nice nursery gift as well, isn't it? For newborn.
Yeah. I think if there's an under the sea theme or a seasidey theme, these might work really nicely in a bedroom, but they'll hang on the wall, I think, and then they will all face the right way. At the moment they're not doing that.
It's quite nice with them twirling. They wouldn't stay still in the ocean.
That's very true. That is true.
Yeah. And how much is this mobile?
It's £25, which is introductory price this weekend.
That's brilliant.
And they get wrapped up in a nice cardboard box and tissue paper. And I'm always happy to write gift messages and things for customers if they want me to send it to people. So,
I love that. That's really lovely.
Thank you.
Lovely. Beautiful.
I've got 2 different ones as well. I've got a moon, stars and planets.
Oh, that's so nice.
Going the wrong way. So there's
that's always what happens. We always go the wrong way.
I know. There's a little planet at the bottom with hand embroidered and some star sequins. A twinkly star. And then a little sleepy moon to try and get those little ones to go to sleep.
Yes, please. Sleep, please. Look at moon.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
Thank you. So I really enjoyed making them.
I haven't seen you do those mobile. You haven't done mobiles before, have you?
I haven't, no. It's something that I've kind of played around with the idea of it, but it's never kind of worked properly. But then when I thought if I could put them on the wall, that might solve a few problems.
Yeah.
I think that would be, so they catch the light nicely.
You can have it as a wall hanging or a mobile. You could do.
Yeah. They hang from a little. I've got a metal ring and I've crocheted over the top of it to make it nice and bright and jolly. And so you could hang that on from a hook or a nail on the wall. So.
There's so much work in that. How much did you say again?
£25.
It's amazing. So much
Thank
work.
You.
It's beautiful. Did you say there was another one in the range as well?
The final range is kind of garden themed, and that is this one with a little cheeky snail.
Brilliant.
One of my favourites, these snails.
Has it got different sort of ombre stitching.
It has. There's a embroidery thread that's got different colours worked into it. So when you stitch, it comes up with different colours.
I've never seen that before.
Oh, they're really lovely to work with because they always look different however you sew. Yeah. And there's a little flower with a sparkly petal.
Yeah.
I know
if you hold that on the page now, it's almost like the logo for the Folksy Spring Market.
It is, yeah. And then a little cutie bird at the top as well.
Oh, gorgeous. Those are so nice.
So that's my garden friends themed hanging decoration.
So if people go over, or if they're already there, go to the spring market and then find your stall, the Shirley Rainbow stall. That will take them to Folksy, and then they can find all those 3 wall hanging flash mobiles on there.
They will.
Amazing. And what else have you got at the stall this weekend?
I've got my usual collection of lavender bags, so there's all sorts of characters in there with all jellyfish and smiley flowers and things. And then I've got a little range of my happy flowers, which I can't put my hand on right now, but they'll be in my shop smiling away for people. Lovely.
That's so nice. That's so nice. I'm really excited to see the new work and see how it sells as well. It'll do really well.
It's been a while since I've had a completely brand new product to launch, so it feels really exciting.
Really exciting. I think that's one of the things that's nice. It's one of the reasons that we started the spring market, because people were saying it's a nice time to sort of have new products and think about new collections. It feels because spring is that time of renewal, isn't it? It's that time of something new and you get new energy.
Yes. So, no, the sunshine today has made me feel so much better than
the
gloominess last week. It was, I'm ready for the sunshine now. I really am.
We do enough of the grey skies now. Yeah, that's it. So if people want to find you, you're obviously at the market and on Folksy. Yeah. Could they also find you on Instagram? Are you on TikTok?
I am on TikTok.
Wow, well done.
I know. It was a brave move. There's not very much there, but there's a few videos and little behind the scene bits. And my Instagram and TikTok handle is @ShirleyRainbow_TB.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Teresa. It was really nice.
It was lovely to chat to you and show them off at last.
I'm so excited by them. They're so nice.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Right, I am going to swipe in Louise and then we'll say bye to Teresa.
Bye.
Bye. Hi, Louise.
Hello there. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thank you. You've also got the green memo.
I know. How many more of us have got the green?
Have to wait and see. It's so nice. Can you introduce yourself to people who don't know you?
I can. Thank you. It's lovely to be at this market. Thank you for inviting me to be part of it. I'm here in my Kettering Pottery, and I'm Louise Crookenden-Johnson, and I have a ceramics business. I make everything by hand from start to finish. I've got some new things to show you as well.
Oh, come on then. Let's see them straight in. Oh, look.
Okay, so I had the absolute joy of being invited to make some. This is what often pushes makers, because we love making things we make. We love innovating, but it's actually quite scary putting new things out in the market. And I had the absolute joy of being invited by my wildlife trust in the locality to create some otters and some other things. I'm going to show you a couple of other bits as well. So this, if I bring him right up, you can see his smile. It's so difficult to get it in the right place.
Yeah.
So this is a kind of, he's kind of like turning in the water. This is a turning in the water kind of swimmy kind of otter.
He looks very happy. He looks,
and
they do look like that, don't they? They're such playful animals. They're my favourite animals, otters.
Well, I didn't know that much. Honestly, I was astonished to find that we have otters in Northamptonshire, which is where I live. Because you imagine they're this kind of, they live this kind of slightly, hidden existence, and you've no clue where they actually are. It's all very secret, isn't it? Because they were obviously, they're obviously protected. And so it's fabulous to find out that we have them locally, and then start to sort of think, how do we do some otters then? I do lots of little creatures, lots of different animals and birds, but the otters, I've done 3 different kinds, and they're launching on Folksy this weekend.
Oh, so exciting. So exciting.
And
so how much is it a he, a she? Has it got a gender?
I think that's your decision, really, isn't it?
Okay.
When you purchase one. So yeah, it's £18, but this weekend I'm doing a 10% discount.
Oh,
So as a bit of an
exciting.
intro thing, you can kind of get an early kind of pick one up a bit early with that nearly £2 discount.
Be the first to have a Louise Crookenden-Johnson. Louise Crookenden-Johnson. I can't even say that. Otter.
Okay, I'm just going to bring another little chap over because this is the doggy paddle version.
Oh,
so he's kind of like
nice. You need them all. You need an Otter collection to have an Otter family because they're always together playing, aren't they? They're really family based.
I understand they bond for life. So
do they?
I think
Right.
so. Yeah. So they're very lovely family. Kind of they're a lovely family kind of thing, aren't they? So so this one's 18. This one's 16. There's not a lot of difference. Just a little bit more complicated to paint this one. That's why.
Yeah. Okay.
But they're all 10%.
Yeah. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Thank you. I'm just going to show you a couple of other bits, if that's all right.
Yes, please do. Please do.
So I've been making these for a little while, and that sort of spring green and the idea that they jingle slightly.
The sound is lovely.
Oh, this way. Which way round, don't you, on these screens? So this is the oak and acorn, and the reason I'm just drawing it to everyone's attention is I've just had this out a few markets recently in my locality, and it's been really popular again.
Yeah,
so restocked. So if you're after something which is a moving home or a symbol of prosperity or sort of wedding anniversary gift.
I was thinking a wedding anniversary gift, with the wood.
They're brilliant for that because they're a spring colour, but they're not too colourful. If you've got friends who are perhaps less adventurous than you might be with their colours, they go beautifully in any kind of interior, really, because of that kind of lovely colour. And they are handmade and then hand decorated, and they're dated and signed on the reverse.
Oh, lovely. And I can imagine that at in-person markets they would sell particularly well because you can hear them and you get that, but it's hard online, isn't it, if you without video to get that across. So it's really good to be able to see it.
Yeah, so it's lovely to be able to show you that because I think you do get the sense of what that how lovely that is. And those are just £20 on my site too. So.
That's good. Oh, that's good. Nice.
Thank
What
you.
else? What else?
Okay, right. There's two more things that are actually going to be available from this weekend as well. So we have two more of the things that I designed for the Wildlife Trust, and now I can bring them to everyone else as well. So this is a lapwing. Now, lapwings aren't actually that. You don't see anything like as many of them as you used to see when I was younger.
Yeah,
I'm quite old. But there used to be flocks of them in the fields, but I think the way that our farming has happened recently is kind of less encouraging to lapwings. But they have these; they're so exotic, really.
yeah.
They've got these beautiful moss green, sort of like an iridescent sort of wings, and then these little crests as well. Love those.
It's really beautiful, really beautiful.
Thank you. And that's 16. And then also, this is one of those kind of elegant birds that you occasionally see if you're going for a walk. They're quite mysterious. They hide, and you just see them coming out through the reeds sometimes. And this is an egret, little tiny egret. So they're beautiful birds. They have this incredible bright yellow beak. And then the rest of the plumage, obviously, you have to pick out because it's all white. It's about the brush strokes. So a lot of it is about.
You can see, can see the brush strokes when you're close up. It's beautiful. Your work is just exquisite, Louise.
Love doing them.
It's
Can't
just
stop
beautiful. Me. And how much is the egret?
The egret is 16 as well. So they're priced to sell. Because I love making them. I'd make hundreds and hundreds more if I could, but I then just end up with boxes.
But that's such a giftable thing as well, isn't it? And is it when you package it, can you send it direct to somebody if they buy it as a gift?
I can. So let me just say something about packaging. Packaging, like many small makers, this is the advantage of buying from small independent shops like mine. So just to note that my Folksy store is Louise CJ Ceramics. Louise CJ Ceramics, one word, because I have this incredibly long name and it doesn't fit. So Louise CJ Ceramics is where you find them. But yeah, they're packaged using paper-based things. So I've got it down to a bit of a T now for getting it out in online. And so it's perfect for sending to people directly, and I can send you a handwritten gift message as well.
Fantastic.
Just make a note. Yeah, so they go beautifully gift wrapped. Definitely can go direct.
That's fantastic. Lovely. And if people want to find you on Folksy, like you said, it's Louise CJ Ceramics.
It is.
They can also find you obviously this weekend at the market.
Yes.
So I think you're in the homeware section, I think.
I think so, yes.
So, but just have a scroll down and find Louise's stall. And then if people want to follow you to see more, because you do quite a lot of lives and videos and things, if they want to follow you, where can they see you on social?
Yeah, so they'll find me mostly on Instagram, Louise Crookenden-Johnson, Louise Crookenden-Johnson, without the hyphen. Sometimes it's with a hyphen, sometimes it's without. I'm not fussy, but it's not with the hyphen on Instagram. And yeah, I love talking to other makers. So you'll often find me doing lives and chatting to people. And I might even be doing some more on Instagram this weekend. So just head over and have a little look.
Yeah, head over and have a look. And if you follow the hashtag Folksy Spring Market, then you might be able to see all those kind of lives and people when they're joining up or interviewing people or just posts of what's new.
He told me in my head he was, and I thought he'd probably be having a little wrinkle in my hair if he could.
Probably. Oh, it's always a pleasure to talk to you, Louise. Thank you very much for showing us your new things. Thank you. I'm going to swipe in Claire and say bye to Louise. Bye, Louise. Hi, Claire.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Beautiful display I can see behind you. Really lovely.
Oh, thank you. This is all very new to me. And
yeah.
When you asked, am I launching anything new? Everything's new.
Everything's new.
Everything's new. It's a complete new collection. I haven't sold my own products for over 7 years. And I think with COVID and stuff, I've just decided life's too short and to do what you love.
Yes.
So I'm back.
Yeah, well, we were just talking about that before, weren't we? About how important it is to do things that, you know, that have got your soul, and rather than just kind of, it's those decisions, isn't it, in life? Do I carry on with this and there's a security, or do I try and do what I really, really love and I'm passionate about? I'm so pleased you've chosen to do that. I think it's wonderful. So can you tell us a bit about what your product line is, what your background is, or your inspiration? Just introduce us.
Okay, so I'm a surface pattern designer. My trade is graphic design. So I've taught graphic design and art design for this is my 15th year now. But my passion is surface pattern. I just absolutely love print and pattern, which is why every single one of my designs starts off with an individual print. Can I show you a print?
Yeah, definitely. Please do.
So, for example, my favorite type of print at the moment is jelly plate printing. So these are actually stems off my favorite string of heart plant.
Oh yes, okay, so, yeah.
I love working with botanicals, but I do have a reputation of killing absolutely everything I have. So this is my way of preserving things before they die.
Before they die. That's brilliant. Love that.
So what happens is I print with the actual flowers or the plants, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
And then I scan these in and I take them onto the computer.
Yeah.
And then what I do is I layer them and add colour to create different pattern ranges.
So you're manipulating the original print into a surface pattern design.
Yeah. So every single one, every single design pattern is different because each print is come off from a one-off print.
Yeah.
And
well, we've got a video, I think, that we're going to be sharing this weekend. If people might have already seen it, but if not, go on to our Instagram and you'll be able to see it, because you show the whole process from start to finish, and it's fascinating. I've watched it so many times already.
Yeah. So, and with the pattern design, it's not that I then buy in the table mats, the placemats and everything with the design on. I then print again onto the the placemats or the mugs.
Yeah.
You know, I've got a big heat press in my kitchen to the right of
It's
me. I've got a little
amazing.
home studio in the garage. It's a little bit chaotic.
But it's so impressive. It's like a proper in-house design.
Yeah, it is Clare
Service, isn't it?
Designs. There is only me.
Yeah, it's amazing. You know, you said the jelly prints.
Yeah.
Can you just explain what that means? What that is?
Yeah. So what it is, it's like mono printing. So you know, traditional mono printing is done on a very rigid, flat surface.
Yeah.
Well, with jelly printing, it's like a gelatin plate, and it responds really well to textures.
Right.
So it really kind of picks up the details of the plants.
Okay, so you've chosen jelly printing because it works well for the type of prints or the type of objects that you want to use.
It works well. You can do it from home.
Yeah.
So I don't, because often I would have to then travel to a print studio if I wanted to do screen printing, because that's my favorite. My favorite is screen printing. But this is just something that anyone really can have a play with, and it's great for kids as well.
Oh, right. I need to look into
my children love printing as well, so it's nice to have a play and be creative.
Yeah, definitely. And then what products? Because everything's, like you said, everything's kind of brand new. Everything's a launch.
Yeah.
What have you got for the weekend?
Okay, so I've got what happens is then with the design as well, I have it printed onto fabric, and that's printed in the UK. Then it comes back to me and then hand make into cushions.
Beautiful.
So we've got this cushion. It's a rectangle cushion backed on beautiful grey velvet with a pom-pom trim. And what I'm trying to get through to people is that it's a bespoke fabric. You can't get this fabric anywhere else.
You can't go to the fabric shop and buy it. You can only get it from you. Yeah.
And so bargain price of £30.
Wow, that's amazing. That's really good.
And this one comes with a polyester inner, but you can have feather that you can request whichever.
I think quite often polyester is really good because it's an anti-allergen as well, isn't it? I mean, you know, lots of people prefer that. That's beautiful, the cushion. Lovely.
Okay. So I also have my mugs.
Yeah.
So these are ceramic mugs. So again, this is my seed head design.
So nice. I love the fact that it wraps all the way around.
Wraps all the way around. And they're ceramic. They're an 11-ounce mug, so they're not the massive big mugs. They're just a slightly smaller.
Yeah.
And they're £10.
That's really good. It's really good.
And again, I'm really, like I say, this is really, everything's brand new. So I've played it safe with the greys and the blues.
Yeah.
But if customers do want to request certain colours that match their decor, match their interior, I'm open, because like I say, everything is individually printed by me.
Okay. So you could do kind of custom colours in the prints that you have.
Yeah.
Exciting.
My favourites are my coasters.
Oh, I love that. Can you bring it a little bit closer?
Is that okay?
Yeah, beautiful.
So these are on a beautiful sandstone tile. So they're matte.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And they're just, it's hard to tell because you can't pick it up, but it's got quite a weight to it.
Right.
It feels really, really nice. And I just want to stroke it.
Yeah. There is something lovely about that kind of matte finish, isn't there, of that?
Yeah.
They'd be really nice together as a gift set as well, a coaster and a mug.
Well, they're actually sold as a pack of 4.
Oh, amazing.
So you get 2 of one, 2 of the other design, and they're sold in a little gift box with my label on there for they're £20.
That's really good. So nice. It's a nice product.
Quite a nice cork.
Great. They're not going to scratch anything. They're just going to protect your surfaces and look pretty at the same time. It's gorgeous. So did you say you get 2 of each print?
Yeah, 2 of each print is standard. But again, I've got a lovely range with alliums, because alliums are my favourite. Alliums and agapanthus.
Beautiful. Yeah, so you've got agapanthus on the bottom there and alliums.
Yeah, so sorry, I'm going back front. Agapanthus is there. And then you've got the allium there, and again,
beautiful. And that's in sort of more blues rather than greys,
yeah,
isn't it?
It's in this navy blue with a lighter blue accent to it.
Beautiful. Really
But
beautiful.
again, if you wanted an agapanthus, an allium, and the 2 different seed heads, you can have one of each.
Fantastic. So that's the benefit, isn't it, of you having your own design studio, essentially, that you can kind of, you know, you're not dependent on kind of drop shipping. It's all just done in-house and people can tell you what they want. Amazing. Beautiful. And really, really reasonably priced.
I'm hoping so.
Yeah, I think that's really brilliant. Are they some cards I can see in the background?
Oh, yes. Yeah, there's some cards. Again, it's the same prints that are on the mugs that are available on gift cards as well.
It's gorgeous. Really talented, amazing. I love surface pattern design. It's one of my favorite things. And I think it's interesting as well that sometimes people are a bit sniffy about digital manipulation, and it's really difficult to do well. You know, I love the fact that in your work it starts with an original print, but then also you're using those that software that we have at our service, but it's not easy to learn, is it? It's difficult to do it well. It's not just a case of getting something and putting it on the computer. It's a real skill.
I've been doing this a long time. You know, I've been teaching it a long time, and I make it look easy.
Yeah, no, you're very, very talented. So that's fantastic. So people can find you at the market. I think you're in the homeware section.
Yeah.
And then they can find you on Folksy.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah. So it's Clare Cousin Design on Folksy.
Brilliant.
On Instagram, it's just c.cousins. It's spelt funny. Why my husband couldn't have a normal spelling name? People find it really difficult to find me.
Because they're typing in COU cousins or something. Yeah. No,
well,
that makes sense.
It's COSENS.
Yeah.
And I'm just c.coseNS. And again on Facebook as well.
Brilliant.
I'm not brave enough for TikTok. I feel I'm too old.
Yeah, it goes very quickly. I'm not brave enough for TikTok. You have to have other people that do TikTok. But that's fantastic. And they can find you on Instagram as well. If they go to your Folksy shop, there'll be a link, and from Trestle as well, from the market, there'll be a link. It's really nice to talk to you. And also look out, if you haven't already seen it, look out for Claire's video that we're going to be sharing or have shared on Instagram. Depending when you're watching this, but have a look, because that shows the process from start to finish, and I think it really illustrates it really well. That's lovely. Thank you, Claire. Thank you so much
for having me.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you. I'm going to let in Sue and say bye to Claire. Thank you, Claire. Hi, Sue. Thank you for waiting and being so patient.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
It's really nice to see you with all your prints behind you. Could you introduce yourself to us?
Yeah, I'm Sue of SueVMPhotography. Very interesting, but not interesting. Non-original name, because it's just my initials basically. But
it's always good to have something that just, you know, loads of people decide just to use their own name, doesn't it?
Exactly. It was the only thing I could come up with at the time. Basically, I'm very much an amateur self-taught photographer as a hobby. It's not my main job. I work in education as my main job, and this is something that I do in school holidays, weekends, as a way of just de-stressing realistically from the working week. I've always loved taking photos, and then when COVID struck, it was I had to shield in the first period of COVID, and I thought, do you know what? I'm actually going to do something with my photos. I've never done anything with them before, so I thought, I'll try making some cards. I'll try like blowing some up and seeing what they look like. I do everything from home. So I take the photos from home. A lot of the birds and flower photos I literally take from my bedroom window out into my backyard. Okay. I'm really lucky that I live in a semi-rural area. So and we get a lot of bird life coming to the garden, which is fantastic.
That's amazing.
Even when I'm working from home, because I'm now gone into an admin role for my education work, so I can work from home a few days a week. And I sit here with my camera next to me, so I'm in the office working away. And if something interesting comes into the garden, it's like, oh, click, click, click.
Get the camera out. What do you see out of your window then? What birds do you have visiting you?
For example, that's one of our regulars, one of the debutantes, and that was sitting on. We've got a Kiwi Bush growing at the bottom of the garden, and that was sitting at the top of the Kiwi Bush. So I took that one. This is actually an A5 card that I've then created it into. On the back of them, I know this will be reverse writing now, thinking about it probably, but I just write a little bit of spiel about where I took it and when I took it.
Oh, that's lovely.
And what the actual bird, what the bird is, or what the item is.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd start trying to make some cards, which I've done here.
Yeah.
Other ones that I get into the garden. Oh, bear with me. Where's my Sparrow Hawk?
Wow, do you have Sparrow Hawks?
Yep, that's my Sparrow Hawk.
That's incredible.
Came down onto my neighbour's conservatory roof, and it was literally about 4 foot away from me when I managed to snap that photo of it. So again,
that's amazing.
That was a female Sparrow Hawk. Only appears to come every February. Every February it comes back, and then for the rest of the year, don't see her.
She's going somewhere else.
Yeah, very much so. So started to make them into cards, and then I thought I'll do the big prints. So, for example, I know I heard you saying earlier that otters are one of your favourites.
They are my favourite animals. I just love them.
That's right.
There's something so
this
special
wasn't in my garden.
No, that would be amazing. I would definitely come and visit you. Yeah.
I do get hedgehogs, foxes, and a couple of years ago we were having a badger coming in, but I never managed to get a photo of the badger. But yeah, this is one of my otters that I've.
That's incredible. And so, does the otter live relatively close to you?
Not too far. So it was a little bit of a travel to go to, but I knew where they were, so I was able to go and camp out for a little while and get that one.
It's incredible. It's very beautifully framed in terms of how you've set it. I like the way it's but don't mean the actual. I mean the frame is nice. I didn't mean that. I mean the actual framing of the image. It's beautiful.
It's been a long learning curve. Let's put it that way.
Just to get that right, because
the last year or so.
With animals, it's so hard, isn't it? Animals and birds, because they move. You're not in control of it, and you can't say, actually, could you just move slightly to the left?
That's right.
They've gone. You've got to be really quick. And so I imagine. It's a question really. Do you have to take quite a lot of photos in order to get the right one?
Oh yes. For example, I think it was last October, I went to, there's a place in Surrey called the British Wildlife Centre, and I went down to there and took my camera with me. I was wandering around. It's beautiful conservation area for British wildlife animals. I took my camera, came home at the end of the day with something like 1,500 photos, of which when I actually went through them, there was probably about 100 that I could actually do something with there was a lot that were nice, but 100 that were like that I thought, these are really good. But it is literally just it's luck of the draw.
Well, they have to be in focus, don't they? They have to be well framed in the shot. There's so many things that you're not in control of. It's brilliant. Do you have a favourite photograph?
I do.
Oh, nice. That's a very happy fox.
This is, I'm trying to think which one it is. We have 7 that come into our garden at the moment. I'm trying to think which one this one was. It's because it's facing the wrong way. I think this one is Flick, but I can't quite see the ear at the back has got a slit in it, but I didn't want to call him Slit, so I called him Flick instead. So this is Flick, who's one of our regular foxes who comes in. With all of my mounted prints, they're all limited edition. So there's only literally 5 of each photo that I take, and they're all hand signed. So individually hand signed. They're all printed on eco. I'm very much into eco, ethically sourced. So everything is printed on recycled and recyclable materials.
Wonderful.
The photo paper is actually it's not made from trees. It's made from what's it called? I'm trying to think of the word. It's gone completely. But it's not. It's ethically made. Materials,
and people can find that information in your shop.
It's on my shop. It's all on.
They can go and read that. That's wonderful. And can you give us an idea of pricing?
The A4, which are the big ones at the back, the A4 mounted ones are £25
Wonderful.
each.
Yeah.
Cards, the larger ones, so the A5 size, which are that size, are £2.50 per card.
That's brilliant. Yeah.
And the smaller, the A6 ones, so that size, they're £2 per card.
Fantastic.
Or I do packs, so you can get a pack of 8 cards for £10. And there's a whole variety of different
Really
ones
good
that we come up
value.
on the shop. So,
And do you do sort of packs of, well, everyone can go and see, can't they, on your stall and in your shop, but do you do packs of sort of birds and different sort of sections of different
absolutely, yeah. I've got
wildlife?
a pack of 8 of which is called My Garden Birds, and it's 8 different birds that all came into my garden over a period of a month. So it's 8 different ones. I've got another one called, I think it's called like ethically made birds or something like that, or variety of birds, which again are different birds, some from my gardens, some from other places. So for example, I've got the little long-tailed tipped bird that came in and sat on my washing line.
I love those.
And then I've got, when I was on holiday, I've got some sparrows that were sitting on a fence post, and it was only when I actually got home and downloaded the photo that I discovered in that little hole there's a snail, and the baby sparrow, which that one is, was actually trying to get to the snail.
That's a really beautiful special photo. I love that.
Of all of my bird photos of like that are made into cards, this is by far my favourite.
It's really lovely. It's so, and the colours are just so sort of gentle, aren't they?
Yeah, it was just one of those days where everything just works in my favour without even realising it, because it was one that I just literally snapped it while I was sitting having lunch. I called this one I Spy with My Little Eye, because I couldn't resist that. And there's even some little snails underneath, but again they're really hard to see on the computer screen, obviously. But yeah, so that's yet another one of my main favourite ones.
It's really interesting to hear about how you take it, and that there is a sort of certain amount of serendipity, I guess.
Very much so, yes.
Yeah, amazing. Oh, it's been really nice, really interesting to talk to you. And if people want to, are you running an offer over the weekend?
I am, yes. Throughout the whole weekend, everything has got a 20% discount for people, as long as you use the code, which is Spring Market.
Yeah,
so use Spring Market as your discount code, and there's 20% discount on absolutely everything in the shop.
That's amazing. That's a real opportunity, isn't it, to get something special and stock up on cards. You always need cards. I love snail mail.
They're all blank, so they can all be used for any occasion whatsoever.
And it's nice then to have sort of a selection where you can choose the right card for the right person.
That's right. Yes, very much so.
About doing that. Yeah, fantastic. And can people find you on social if they want to know more about you?
They can, absolutely. Yes, on Instagram, it's literally SueVMPhotography. So search
nice and easy.
Exactly. Yeah,
Nice
so Instagram and again Facebook, I'm the same. But yeah,
brilliant.
And my Folksy shop is just SueVMPhotography. So it's
fantastic.
Sweet and simple.
Sweet and simple. Yeah, I love it. I'm going to just bring back Claire and Teresa so that we can all just say thank you very much. It's been lovely. It's been really nice. I've loved the range of work that we've had today as well, and the style of work. It's really interesting. And I think that's what's nice about the whole market as well, that you can find so many different things and so many new things, and discover people all around the country doing so many different crafts and art forms. It's wonderful. Thank you very much. I hope you all enjoy the Folksy Spring Market and have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.